Have you ever mixed up words like compliment and compliment? Stationery and stationery? You're not alone. Many English learners find these word pairs tricky. Welcome to Learn English with Mandla. Remember to hit the subscribe button. So the first confusing word pair is compliment versus compliment. You may ask, what is the difference? Well, here's a challenge for you. Fill in the blank with the correct word. My new red scarf, really? My outfit? A, compliments with the two E's, or B, compliments with an I then an E. My new red scarf really compliments my outfit. Which compliment is correct? That's right. A, the one with the two E's. Right? And this word compliments means the scarf goes well with the outfit. How about the other compliment with an I? This is for praising of like a flattering remark, right? It can be used either as a noun or a verb. For example, this is the one with an I. She complimented him on his nice painting. Same as she praised him. So a compliment with an E is something that completes or enhances something else. For example, tomato sauce complements plain spaghetti. It means the sauce goes well with spaghetti. While compliments with an I, remember it means to praise something. She always compliments her friends when they sing. Can you come up with your own example and write it on the comment section for compliment with an I as well as compliment with the two E's? Great. Next confusing pair. Stationery versus stationery. Yes, I'm sorry, but it still sounds the same. Choose the correct word. The car remained stationary on the road after the brakes failed. Which stationery is correct? Is it A or B? Stationery with an A-R-Y or stationery with E-R-Y? That's right, stationery with A-R-Y. A car can remain still or not moving. Okay, so A-R-Y, it means it's still or not moving. While stationery with an E refers to paper, envelopes, pens, and other writing supplies. This is stationery with an E. Example, for stationery with an E, he always writes letters on fancy stationery. How about stationery with an A? Another example, the cyclist remained stationary at the start line before the race began. Right? Stationary with an A means not moving. Do you have your own example for this word pair? Do let me know. Let's move on to the third confusing word pair. Imminent and imminent. That's right. Sounds exactly the same, right? All right, question. Which fits best? We were honored to host an eminent professor at the conference. Now, A, imminent with an E at the beginning, or B, imminent with IM at the beginning. That's right. It's imminent under A with an E. So a professor can be distinguished or famous. Is imminent, right? This is with the E. Okay, so someone who's famous, highly respected. Another example, an eminent scientist, right? Someone who's well known in their field. While the second one, imminent, with IM at the beginning, it means something that's about to happen very soon. So even though they are pronounced almost the same, but have very different meanings, right? Let's look at examples for the first imminent. Dr. Park is an eminent historian known for her groundbreaking research. Second imminent with an IM, dark clouds told us that a thunderstorm was imminent, right? It means it would arrive any minute. Great. Now the next one is to allude or elude. Question. During his speech, the mayor alluded to the economy without saying anything. A, alluded, or B, eluded. That's right, it's A, alluded, A-L. The mayor was hinting that something, right, that or not escaping anything, right? So allude starts with AL, means to refer to something indirectly or hint at something. You might allude to something without naming it directly. While elude with an E starts with an E, right? Means to escape or avoid something, often in a clever or skillful way. So some examples, the novelist alludes to famous fairy tales in her book. So it's the one with an A-L, right? She hints without naming these. How about the second one? The thief eluded the police by sneaking out of the back door, right? The one for escaping, E-L. Yes, I know this might be confusing. Let's move on to our last pair, illicit and illicit. Question. The teacher's question failed to elicit any response from my class. A, illicit with an E. B, illicit with an I-L. That's right, it's the first illicit. Okay, so a question can draw out of the response, right? So the first one, to draw out of a response. The second one, it means illegal. So the second one doesn't fit, but the first one does, because the teacher elicits a response, okay? So elicit is a verb meaning to draw out or evoke a response, information, or in fact a reaction. For example, a joke might elicit laughter, while illicit with an I is an adjective meaning illegal or forbidden by law. They sound alike but are unrelated in meaning. Again, illicit with an I, illegal, right? And with an E, to draw out a response from people. The comedian's joke elicited a big laugh from the audience. Which one is this one? That's right, with an E. He was arrested for selling illicit drugs. That's right, one with an IL. Great. So we've covered a few word pairs here. First one was compliment versus compliment. With an I is to praise, with double E, it means to go well with. Stationery, A, right? Something that's not moving is stationery, E-R-Y, means writing supplies. And then imminent, with an E, a famous or a respected someone. And then I am, something that's about to happen soon. Allude, elude, hinted, something indirectly with an A, and then elude, to escape or avoid something, the one with an E. While illicit and illicit with an E is to draw out a response, and illicit, I-double-L, something illegal or prohibited. Great, now it's your turn. Comment below with your own example and a sentence. Tell me which word pair you found most confusing. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn English with Mandla for more helpful lessons. Remember to keep practicing, and see you next time.